Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Naval Dreadnoughts and to the US campaign, where we're going to kick off with the Oakland Cerritos class. We've got a Saigon and Implacable guarding a convoy. Might be a little bit tricky, especially if we take damage early on to deal with this. I really don't know how this is going to go. It's feels very kind of luck based sometimes. You know, you get a lucky engage or get a lucky hit, or the enemy gets a lucky hit. It really depends. Right, let's get in there. You can follow, and all the destroyers are going to go in separately. Alright, Oakland, let's see what you can do. Do have 10-inch guns of our own, of course. A nice looking ship, the Cerritos class. 10s and 5s. Here are the two French cruisers. These ones are not as good as these ones, from what I remember. Might be able to distract them with the destroyers for a bit. Might be able to rush in, unload some torpedoes. Just in general, I'm not expecting to get a snipe or anything. No one's shooting yet. These 10 inches do have a little bit of range of the enemy. Another thought, they're more interested in the destroyers. Well, they were. So, the ship we want to target is that one, please. Oh, Oakland took a hit. Yeah, 10.8 hitting the aft belt. Target switching, that does not help. You've got a shorter range torp. Hopefully some of you have some longer range ones. I'm going to cut across with Oakland though, just to make sure that any torps launched this way don't cause problems. Stop target switching. Especially when I've assigned you a manual fire order. Maddening. Yeah, Protectrice. Yeah, for those saying, oh, you haven't got enough extended armor, so you can see here that their HE pen is actually not enough to damage the extended on... Oh, we lost the broom. It's not enough to damage the extended on the Cerritos class. They're firing AP shells when they do that, and there's no way you can armor your ship up enough to deal with that. Flooding hit. Because yeah, I can't slap on like realistically, even a 6-inch extended belt, not really feasible. We did get a couple of torpedo hits. On what? Transport, I'm assuming. Still, Protectrice suffering a bit. Move Oakland in now. All the destroyers fire. Yes. The deck isn't that thick. Try some high explosive at range. Then immediately get a main belt pen and sink it. Okay. Right. Main guns on the heavy cruiser, please. 5-inch guns can deal with the transports just fine. So our armour like. It's okay. We'll overpen the forward deck. But otherwise, yeah, there we go. Solid hits. See there? High explosive, not doing very much. Wait, that was a high explosive pen. Oh, you have different shells. Okay. You've got the punchier ones. So it would be upping the extended to like 3-inch, which I have done on the Alaskas. But remember, the Oakland is not really designed to be a one-on, like, to take out heavy cruisers. Normally when you design a heavy cruiser, you're designing it to... I mean, obviously it can take on an enemy heavy cruiser. But really you're looking at a light cruiser. And yeah, extended armor gets pretty heavy pretty fast. But yeah, if you're wondering why I go with the 1.5, it's usually enough to keep out most threats, and if they're going through it, then they're probably going through it by a lot. And you'd have to at least double it, and possibly more. Right, sorry to the Broom, which is a Korean ship. But Oakland, Tallahassee, cleaning up. Alright, there's a few other battles, but at this point, with the French really suffering, I really don't want to be throwing away ships for no reason. So we'll see if we can take out the links in these 11 transports with my 2 destroyers here. I think we need to be sensible here, because we're going to have to wait a while for the refits to finish before we can really go on the offensive. So I think it's wise to pick and choose our battles, try and wear the French down, sink their ships where we need to, don't fight them if we don't need to. But also from a content point of view, it means that the narrative of the war can actually get going, because yeah, we've kind of broken the back of the French fleet. They're still powerful. They still have some powerful units. But we're able to take them on when we wish. And if we don't have to take on an unfavourable engagement, I'm not going to. Now, a bunch of possibly undefended transports, because I saw the escort going this way. Yeah. Take that. Try and stay just inside high explosive range. Destroyer can see us. There she is. Ooh, good hit. 5-inch guns tearing through that DD. Torpedoes loosed on the transports. And they are armed. And they are in a bit of a blob, so yeah, need to be a little bit cautious. Ow. Oh, that was a lovely torpedo spread. Another one down. Another torpedo hit. And destroying convoys, definitely going to help us try and get the French army logistics down. Although the war in Africa does seem to be progressing, which I'm surprised by. There we go. Lovely. Good, good, good. Alright, last battle this month. Hawaii, defending against a couple of French cruisers. Should be okay, one would hope. Just need to make sure that we don't do anything silly. Yeah. Right, there they are. Hawaii can deal with that. Crown and shield. Stick with the transports. Just in case they come closer. Or manage to slip past Hawaii somehow. Hit, but an overpen. To get within high explosive range, probably, although there are a couple of partial pins in there. Of course, you switch target. High explosive, please. Bang. We're outside their talk range, so nothing to worry about there. Right, they're gone. Lovely. And gone. 10-inch guns are pretty brutal. Okay. I'm going to go end the turn. Ah, this is very nice. The French, the Rochambeau has led a massive number of, well, it's not a massive number, but a large cruiser squadron directly into the guns of the Tennessee and the rest of the invasion fleet over here, which is lovely. That'll just let me reduce their numbers in one go rather than having to chase them down and take them out one or two at a time. Love to see it. to be honest, I think even just the cruisers in this fleet would be enough to make this a pretty sure thing. But we shall still be circumspect. We'll still be cautious. Here we go. Right. Cruiser squadron. Right, all the lights and destroyers, get out of here. Glorious. Right. Welcome. See how the welcoming committee does. A few hits. Oh, yep. There you go. And goes one. Probably a light. Oh, we are a little low on shells, though. This fleet could probably use with a little bit of rest and repair. One goes down. And another. Extensive fire loss. Always hilarious. United States is down to just her AP shells, why she's not as effective, but all the rest of the shells still coming in. Doing just fine. There we go. Cruiser force eliminated. Very good. Most damage to North Dakota. Lovely. Then the United States, then Idaho, and then everyone else. French, not really able to do very much. 11 light cruisers and a heavy. Very nice. Right, after that, France is down to 7 heavy cruisers, 6 lights, 3 destroyers, 2 battleships. Now, we also have a bunch of battles going on. We have 1 heavy cruiser here, and that's a big convoy. But it's a bridge port, so I don't think this. If that was a Samoa or a Cerritos or something, or a Detroit, I'd try it. Have 2 heavy cruisers here, and we do have the Hawaii. So I think I probably will do that one. This one, again, it's a bridge port, so probably not. And this one, obviously, is a battleship, which, yeah, it's a little bit spicy for these ships to deal with. So we'll just do this one. Let's see if we can take out 2 more of those heavy cruisers. Again, picking and choosing my fights. I'm just trying to... Because the French don't have a lot of ships anymore. Although they're building a ton. But, yeah, we just need to keep chipping away when it's sensible to chip away, if that makes sense. Take fights that I think I can either win or, at the very least, you know, do a little bit of damage without taking too much in terms of return hits. Why are you lot going so slowly? Ah, it's because these 2 destroyers are slower. Must be older ones. In case I want to get you on a different tack. That one. Priority target. Ooh, Winslow takes a big old hit. Your target switching again, I can tell. They must be circling in and out of range. Just keep up with hitting their heavies. Very good. Main deck pens, 3 of them. Right, I think you're close enough now. Go normal. Very good. Right. That's 1 cruiser down. Focus on the next one. Looks like she's trying to chase down the destroyers, the Labbe. Maybe just see them off, actually. Ooh. Ammo detonation on the 3 points, well, some of the 3.6 inch guns. Lovely, another main deck pen. Very angled right now. Put it down. Very good. And Hawaii bouncing the rest of the shells. Well, not quite, but taking a little bit of partial pens. Tower might look beaten up, but it's not been destroyed. And let's just finish off the transports. I've also noticed the French are having problems with the revolts. Upper Volta is now independent. should be good news for me. It can be annoying because if you're attacking a province that is seeing a lot of unrest, then there's a chance it just becomes independent rather than you getting it. But as well, when we take enemy provinces, they might have very high unrest, which slows down our rate of expansion. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Now, naval invasion moaning time. Where the escorts? I sent them out to get it repaired because they were pretty beaten up. They're just here in Fort de France. There are 2 French battlecruisers somewhere around that are interfering with the naval invasion. If you're not aware, the formula for naval invasions is your fleet minus whatever enemy fleets are around, which is usually multiplied by like 10 or 12 times. So a single destroyer will absolutely tank your charges, and then it's divided by... There's a whole formula for it. It makes very little sense. How it calculates the final percentage is really annoying. Mainly because it interferes really badly with another issue the game has, where if you have an enemy fleet inside the invasion zone area, it is not guaranteed to have to fight your invasion fleet. It can just piss off and do something else. And that is very irritating. Right, what do you got for me, France? It's a bit weird, but okay. So yeah, I do know of a way to fix it. Nathan Kell on the my Discord and on the official Game Labs forums has managed to get some code mods working using DLL hacks, old school modding stuff. I will probably integrate them into Dreadnought Improvement Project at some point, probably when developers announce that the game is kind of done and can really get to work working on a lot of improvements to do with fixing that. You can change the naval invasion formula, which I probably will do, something more sensible, like your tonnage minus enemy tonnage divided by required tonnage, which we can change to minimum tonnage. As in the port capacity. I know there's some other factors like invade power and stuff. But yeah, something a lot more simple and a lot more sensible. You can also fiddle around with mission generation percentages. Change it so it's 100% chance for fleets to engage each other if they... Holy crap! What are you? I think that was their main magazine. It's a shame it didn't really... That battle cruiser didn't really get a chance to do very much. Or was it a battleship? Seven, come on. No, it was a battleship. Minobo. 14-inch Mark 4s. 2.6 billion. That's very expensive for what it is. Does have armor, though. Oh, but they put torpedoes on it. Oh, don't do that. If you put torpedoes on a battleship, especially short-range torpedoes, I was wondering why it was charging in. It was trying to get within torpedo range. Because the AI will do that if you put torpedoes on a ship. A player, that would work a lot better as a player design, that ship. But yeah, if you put torpedoes on a battleship and then leave it for the AI to control, it's going to do stupid things, like treating it like an enormous destroyer, which means it does 0 damage and gets sunk immediately. Oh dear. How many victory points was that? 37,000, just under. Okay, this is why I hate to put the naval invasion mechanic, because this battleship showed up and broke the chance. Then it's a dice roll. It's not 100% anymore. Obviously, I failed it. It's a Danton class, the version 0. Well, fine. Do you know what? I'm annoyed, so I'm going to blow you up. That's what's going to happen here. See how you like that. Irritating. And down a battleship. Long Beach. Probably went somewhere to get repairs. Which is fair enough, really. Another one of these. Well, at least they have some armor on them. But we have enough shells to pose a significant problem. Main deck pens. Can only they can fire 4 guns forward. Got him. A heavy cruiser? Up in the back? Yeah, I think it is. I might get away here. Or not. Who's that? Kansas. That has absolutely sealed her doom. She's no longer going to be fast enough to escape the United States and is pursuing her. Takes a while for a speed to come off, but yeah, she's now doing 23 knots. United States following at 29. Should be able to overhaul and sink her, no problem at all. Well, all done to the Kansas there. Last shot before the Amiral Treefrog got out of range and hit her with some flooding. Come on. Give me a good hit. There we go. Gone. The main belt pen by the United States there. Finishing them off. Right, well that made me feel a little bit better that I sunk possibly their last battleship. Not sure. I have to go check that. Well, well, well. Look who's again trying to interfere with naval invasions. Don't worry about what all this is going on. I'll explain that in a minute. But Dunkirk and Labbe, these are the two French battlecruisers. As far as I know, they're only active capital ships, along with 3 of their heavy cruisers, 2 lights, 3 destroyers. However, this fleet has been reinforced. Some of the Montanas have finished their... In fact, I think all the Montanas have finished their refits and have joined the fleet. So we now have even more firepower to throw at them, which is lovely. Now, the ships that you see or saw moving around, I'm going to assemble a second invasion fleet. Basically, you can handle like 2 pretty easily. 3 naval invasions at once becomes very tricky because of how the game handles it. So if you launch a naval invasion, then the following month it starts, and then you have to wait another month before you can start another one. So if you try and run 3, it becomes very tricky and they get blocked with each other. And 4 is basically impossible. But you can run 2 easily enough, alternating. But yes, the increased firepower, very welcome. 13 battleships. Yes, for the 13 original states. The continental Americas that declared independence. 13 stripes. Very good. Nice to hear that thunderous 16-inch guns again. I don't know why you would try and advance single file into firepower of that magnitude. French don't really have an answer to an enormous blob of high caliber weapons like this. You would need to form your own blob of massive ships that are able to weather some of this and return fire in kind. But 2 battle cruisers and a bunch of small ships, it's not going to do anything at all. Oh, they did some damage this time. Well, the 10-inch guns have hit something. And there we go. Goodbye to those Frenchies. Illinois leading the damage stakes. 16s making themselves noticed. Excellent. Oh, would you look at that? We have conquered Tunisia. Very nice. What? France, you idiots. Oh, wait, it's Central China. That's fine. I don't mind that. They'll disappear again. So it's basically just France. What? What is the... I've forgotten I even had Laos. And these commandos are trying to take southern China with 71,000 men. Basically, 1 division. Well, no, that wouldn't be 1 division. That'd be like... Because division is 10,000, so like 7... Yeah, 7... Wait, 7 divisions in there? Impressive. Anyway, yeah, okay. Sure. Now, to explain the purpose of this fleet that is starting to assemble down here, I want to take this little island down here and Madagascar, Comoros, and all this sort of stuff. Again, I'm still waiting for the refits to finish. However, this fleet will grow, and when it is a little bit bigger, I will probably try and make an issue of removing this, while this fleet is going to go the other way and take out these French islands in the Pacific. After that, and after whatever the army is going to be doing in Africa, unless this goes through, I think it would probably be a good time to take some time to absorb everything and wait for France's army logistics to crash before trying to take out metropolitan France. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, 1 more turn. We should take French Guiana, and then we will move them on to the Marquesas Islands. Do we have enough here yet? No, we don't. Okay, so it's going to be a bit more invading. But yeah, France has a single heavy cruiser, 8 lights, and 2 destroyers left. They are definitely on the ropes. Oh, a conquest. Middle Congo. Very nice. There's the Kerguelen Islands invasion going off. Middle Congo's here, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Army doing some good work here. I know there's fights going on over here, but... Oh, no, it's Shenandoah. Tempting to try and take out that battlecruiser, but... Don't think it's... Wait. I feel like I'm clicking on the same one again and again. Oh, they have a battleship. See, France coming back. I'll let them build up their fleet a little bit. There's no need for us to kind of... Not waste ships, but... There's no need for us to have our ships taking damage and things unnecessarily. What are you doing down here, Ranger? Why don't you head up to... Valencia. Not quite sure why you're doing what you're doing all the way down there, but okay. This is at 100%. Very good. And yeah, nice. Okay. Here's a bit of a different one. The USS Sherlock Holmes, BC-10, midway class battlecruiser, freshly out of refit, has found the burn at Anton class. This is the French flagship at the moment. Do have some help from the Columbus. But yeah, it's a name ship. It's got a chance to... by the way, the rocket is positioned pretty much directly as close to France as she possibly could be. She's in northern Spain. She's on sea control. She's been raiding in the Bay of Biscay constantly, but the French seem to be staying well away. Anyway, a chance for the midway class to show what they're made of. Right, Columbus. You two kind of head away a little bit. But yes, we finally get a fast battleship in action. There's a lot of bloom coming off the flag. Is that just the HDR going weird, or weird shiny effects? Not sure what's going on with that. Anyway. Let's get all the guns on facing the right way. There we go. Lovely stuff. Look at that. Outranging the enemy just by a little bit. Pretty far out. A hit. Make sure we're actually shooting at the right target. Hard to tell until you've got something identified. I love how you have like this salvo hasn't actually landed yet, and the next one's being sent. Again, it feels like you're targeting something else, but no, another hit on the Danton class there. Accuracy starting to get okay now. And they are returning fire, of course. Flooding hit. Is that actually on the enemy battleship? It was. They hit us back, but just an overpen. Bouncing off the armour. Another little bit of flooding. Ow. A main deck penetration. Rude. 6-inch main deck on this thing. A main belt penetration? There. The main belt isn't there. What are you talking about, game? You just switched targets. That is not allowed. I don't care what your reasoning was. Stop it. Several salvos to rebuild the accuracy. Bit of flooding. again, I do not believe that at 25,000 meters you have enough pen to do that. So something the game is doing there is wrong. No, you don't. Have nowhere near enough to go through our main belt. Talking absolute shite. Distracted with Columbus for a bit. Suffering is the burn. Flooding all over the ship. And that's not going to help. Down she goes. Right. Well, goodbye transports. It's nice knowing you. Yeah, these aren't bad. It's just the deck protection is a little bit light. The superstructure protection is woefully insufficient. Otherwise, they're okay, I would say. Guns are a little bit underwhelming when they're not using AI magic. They can't really punch through our battleships very effectively at range. Pretty much have to get point blank to do anything. Deck pen's okay, at very long range. And they do have a lot of secondaries, so they're pretty safe from like destroyers or something. 28. They're paying 2.6 billion for one of those. Like the Sherlock here is cheaper. Can't really be hurt by their guns, although she does only have a 14-inch main belt, which they should not have been able to go through until I got much, much closer, so I don't know what was going on with that. Although the actual hits, that's forward belt, not main belt, so maybe it's just the game reporting things incorrectly. But we can definitely punch through them, even their main belt, 12,500. So yeah, if you get close to 12,500 meters, we can go through their main belt, and they can't go through ours. So yeah, not a great use of your money, but give me lots of victory points. I'll take it. All right, we have taken Niger and Gabon. Marquesas Islands goes off, and Keelan Islands finishes. Perfect. Right, you lot head up and hit Reunion. You can join them. That's Ranger. Oh, they got another battleship. Oh, this is different. Flaunderer class. It's very expensive. With only 4 guns on it. 4 big guns. They've gone heavy secondary. Interesting. Also, this fleet is pissing me off. There is loads of ships of mine around to engage it. And am I getting any battles? No. Can you force the issue, somebody? Aruba, North Bend, Richmond. Go deal with that Frenchie, would you? Right, this one is going to be at 100%. Outstanding. So they just got the odd ship here and there. Their building program is slowing down. But they were obviously had capital ships under construction. Because they've put out quite a few. I do also have to keep an eye on this. I don't want this getting out of control. We also passed the British in terms of GDP. We are catching the French slowly, but the Italians just romping away with things. I don't know how we're going to deal with them. We will have to deal with them at some point. But for now, absorbing the French Empire, that is going to give us a lot of additional territory. A lot of extra GDP, which is good, especially if we can take this. Especially if we can take this. Because you've got oil in southern China, which is very important. Are there any... should probably take Djibouti as well. While we're here. Shut down that little presence they have on the Red Sea. And then it'll... Well, we might end up taking Corsica right at the end. And then just a ton of money off them. Try and cripple their economy. Although if we could take northwestern France, that would be amazing. Doesn't look like it, to be honest. We would almost certainly have to navally invade the Havre to do that. But I'm pretty pleased with the progress we've made this episode. I think I'm going to end here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.